All right, we're ready to call this meeting to order on December 9th, 2025 at 5:03 p.m. And we'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everyone can have a seat. Happy December, everyone. Yeah.
You as well.
You all have your Christmas shopping done?
Done.
I don't, just to let you know. However, I would like to share with you, I am fully retired.
You're fully retired?
Yes, I am, from Arctic. I'm a consultant for them, but I work solely from home and on the phone. And at the end of the year, I don't know that I'm going to renew that contract. So,
There you go.
So I am anxious to become part of the local society a little bit more, and be able to step up to the plate. All right. Now that we're done with the Pledge of Allegiance, what we'd like to do at this time is go through the previous minutes of September 29th, or September 9th of 2025. Kenny, would you like to read the minutes?
I would. The meeting was called at 6:30 by the president. Randy Kirkpatrick in attendance was Barb Donnelly, Randy Kirkpatrick, Gary Peterson, and myself. The minutes of the September the 9th were read and approved on a motion to change the title of the meeting to open public budget hearing from open public budget adoption. The motion was made by Peterson and second by Simmons. Motion carried unanimously. Adoption needed for the 26th budget. A motion to adopt the 2026 budget was made by Peterson and second by Simmons, carried unanimously. Adoption for the CIP figures were unanimously passed on a motion by Simmons and second by Peterson. New business, the interlocal cooperation agreement, which is CIP, was passed and signed by the board on a motion by Peterson and second by Simmons. Motion carried unanimously. There was no old business and the meeting was adjourned at 6:50. A motion by Peterson and second by Simmons, and that carried unanimously also. Anybody see anything?
Well, okay,
Uh-oh.
so we had an open hearing. And then we had to have the public budget hearing. We have two separate.
So I need to have,
We need to have the public meeting, and then a closed to public meeting, and then start with the other meeting. So we have to put that inside the meeting minutes.
so
What we can do, if there are any other questions or discussion on these minutes as they're written, what we can do is we can show the minutes as read, not approved, until the next meeting.
okay. Yeah.
Well, we just have to, I mean.
I want,
Use this.
well, I was,
Oh, for that. Okay, the only thing.
after reading of the minutes, we'll have to have open public budget adoption.
But now,
We've already done that.
yeah, but it's not in the minutes,
Here it is.
not where we closed the first meeting. Isn't in there. We have to show that it's closed.
Well, no, we had already had the public budget hearing. What I'm saying is, this was the adoption meeting on September 9th, correct?
Mhm.
'Cause
Correct.
we should have already adopted,
We
or
already
we
had
had
that
the,
before that.
yeah, so this, on August 26th was our hearing. So he
Yeah.
was saying.
We initialed it.
Yeah, so this just needs to say, open,
I'll do whatever
Okay.
needs to be done.
this is, you're opening the budget adoption, so it's not the budget hearing. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's
we're
what I was-
adopting,
I was told though that that's what it needed to be, was the hearing. That's why I changed that.
no, see, we already had here, we had the open budget meeting. So we have to wait 10 days in between. So here's the meeting for that, and then we adopted it on September 9th. So I think you said that, but then we wanted to make sure that you didn't put it as that. But this actually, September 9th was the actual,
But
budget adoption,
So if we just scratch this and initial it, are we good?
right? That's all we have to do, is it's actually was the open public budget adoption. So just mark out that part right there,
Mark,
and then we'll initial it.
what's Mark?
Okay, you're marking out this right here,
The hearing?
the hearing, because we
The
already
open
had,
public budget.
we already had the meeting over here.
Yeah. See, it started, I
Public
called this
hearing.
adoption, you told me
Yeah.
I need to. call
Right,
it a
this
hearing.
one, that's
And
right.
that would have been
This
correct.
is
Hearing
correct.
would have been correct.
This one just needs to be the adoption. So this is correct with that, and then this is correct. See, why does that say the special meeting to adopt, yeah, on September 9th. So you're correct on this one, and if we mark out this, initial it, this is correct as well.
Okay.
So here.
I guess. Okay.
Okay, do you want to finish reading it first?
Well,
I think you went through.
Did you go
I
through the
did,
rest
yeah.
of? Oh, okay, I was focused on that. I can't live with that. Everybody's good with that?
Yep.
Understand what I was
That
saying?
way we don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to carry it, we just give initial. I think when you had said it for this one, you called it the adoption, we just wanted to make sure it was corrected on that one.
I got my adoption ahead of the hearing.
Yeah, they learned that area. All right, with the changes made to the minutes, are there any other questions of Kenny? Or any other comments or information you'd like to provide and discuss in regards to the minutes? If not, I'm looking for a motion to approve.
I mean,
Let the motion be shown that Gary has made a motion, and I will second that motion. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, nay? Let the record show. It has passed. Before we get on to item 3 of the agenda today, I would like to open the floor to the newest member of the township team. Have her tell us her name again in our first adoption meeting. And then tell us a little bit about yourself and what your thoughts are so far. You've been working with Barb now for a couple of months, is that right? So, please.
Okay, Brandy Rivera. I started in September. Besides doing the clerk duties, I drive bus for West Mobile. I have beef cows at home. That's pretty much what I do.
And children?
I do. I have one. She's 29, married. I just had a granddaughter in August.
And are they close?
Yeah, they live right next door to me.
Oh, so Thanksgiving was fun.
Yes.
Okay, good, good. And what do you think of what you've done so far with the township office?
I've learned quite a bit of stuff about how the township runs and different things that you don't realize goes on behind the scenes. I guess, you know, you just pay your taxes and don't even think about where it goes, honestly. So, yeah, it's been interesting.
All right, good, good. And have you met everyone here now?
I did
Formally?
previously meet Kenny. I haven't met
Gary.
Hi, Gary.
This is Gary Peterson. Him and Kenny have been here forever.
Yes.
But we would not have been able to accomplish a lot of the things without them. Their history has been very, very beneficial to myself, I know. Barb's is all the things I learned from her have been very beneficial. So I think we've got a very good team here. I think you coming to it and taking some of the responsibilities you had. I have not heard any negative whatsoever. We want to thank you for stepping up a little bit.
Well, thanks for having me.
Right. Barb, before we get on to the expenditures for November 2025, is there anything else you'd like to add to that discussion?
You know, I think Brandy has done a wonderful job. She'll be a good asset here in township.
Okay, any other comments? Okay, what we'd like to do then is open up item 3 on the agenda, September, October, November 2025 expenditures.
Cynthia's ahead of time,
Yeah.
so if you guys have any questions, we can answer those at this time. If there's no questions, we'll move forward.
I'll just look at your copy. I didn't make it back to the grad.
Oh, that's, I gave you a copy too.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's okay.
I got here early, I had some questions, and she answered them to my satisfaction. In fact, it's what I thought they probably were, but I just didn't know the names of the people getting paid. And that's all.
Like, you know, Eagles Nest and some of the other places,
now,
like Whispering
And why she-
Pines
yeah.
and.
Why she used.
See, part of those are-
Gas, he's,
And Keystone is diesel for our fire trucks.
Is that right?
Sure.
Where are they at? I guess I never realized that.
Keystone,
Yeah,
Wabash,
Wabash,
I believe.
okay. And they're the closest one.
Well, they actually took over,
They're out of Alabama. And
they have a station in Almia. They were,
There we go.
North Central and then they were Cirrus and now they're Keystone.
All right, good. I knew there was one out.
Mhm.
It's just another merger from that. They were, that was, Mark.
More than yours, is there any mileage in that?
There was mileage recently that, let's see, $300. I know Staples was a couple of those. Mileage was just recently. 220.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yes,
Okay.
the mileage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I went a couple times to Staples and was reimbursed for supplies from there. I still have not bought a new, printer, but it was working once we switched the cartridges again.
Uh-huh.
And no dots, anything as you can see, but, it's still giving us a little bit of trouble, so we may have to do that this next year.
You
So
don't wanna
I was
wait
trying
till
to-
quits and then you're.
Yeah,
Right?
that's for
Do
sure.
something.
so,
We'll talk, discuss something. I've got a printer that I. So,
I know if you look on, November's, there was correction on the taxes, so you see, October, November, and it wasn't that they were late, it was a correction, so that's why you see it there. For some reason, after 20 years, I got a little bit of trouble.
with who?
Yeah, I couldn't hit the right numbers for some reason.
I just did that tonight. From results, I wrote the check.
Oh, no.
I cut it.
And then, Randy, her first name is Sherry, I've seen Sherry, so I said that.
Yeah,
She actually will be paid on the 15th and 30th, and then I'm just gonna stick to once a month
Once a
that I'm
month.
paid. It works out better for her, and I'm used to the others. It'll work out just fine.
any questions about any of this, board members? Anything from Randy, that you'd like to add or discuss?
I don't think so.
Okay. If there are no questions, I would like to put the motion or have a motion from the board to accept and adopt.
I make a motion to accept and adopt September, October, November, 25 financial
Expenditures.
bank transactions.
Do you want them to be called expenditures?
Yeah.
It doesn't, it's however you got, I call them expenditures, but
Yes,
Expenditures.
yeah. Let's just keep that from here on. Rather than bank statement. Is there a second?
Yeah.
Let the record show there was a motion by Kenny, a second to that motion by Gary. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Let the record show there were no nays and motion carried. Then to the new business of introducing Sherry and Randy Cordero. Did I pronounce that? I asked for it up front because that way we, in business, if we have any questions, we can say Randy in her name. Is there anything else, Barb, that you think we ought to discuss with regards to Randy or anything we need to talk about?
not that I know. I feel like, she's doing the financials well, and she could sit here and take the questions the next time.
And is that what you are expecting?
No, it's up to her. We haven't really talked about it. I can finish out December, but in January, I would say for sure.
Yeah.
We would still leave.
Either way is fine.
Okay, yeah, she's confident. She knows what she's
She knows where all the forms are, and she tells them where to go get them.
doing.
Are they still out in the hallway?
Yeah, for we leave, yeah.
All right.
Well, we have some. We don't keep too many out there. They cost us money, and people tend to take them and not bring them back once they see how much. I mean, it's a 10-page form, so
It costs the township.
yes.
And we have to pay for them to be printed or is the county?
No, county, it's voice forms is who we go from.
Okay, so we order them
We
ourselves.
were-
Are there things, knowing that there's other discussions, coming up, I'd like to find out what changes may be happening. Okay. If there is there any, item 4 on the agenda is for new business, and it's, introduce Brandy, which we've done. Is there any other new business that we would like to discuss? Okay. Any old business we need to address?
I know there's some changes coming about, especially with the lit, so we need to start addressing some of those, but I was trying to get us through this year, because that's still a year away, but it's something that we'll be addressing next year.
Okay, so it's nothing that we need to be concerned with between now and the end of this year.
As far as unless something changed that I didn't see, we're okay to go ahead and finish strong in the beginning of next year.
Am I putting down that we had a conversation about this, or just, this is still no business?
Part of that discussion we just had, yes, it's real business, actually. We're just trying to set ourselves up to,
Yeah.
if there's something we need to discuss or whatever, we'll discuss it now, but there is no
You
discussion.
know, how big the state is,
Yeah.
they wanna know every.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was asking Barb, because she's the one who would, if there was something that was coming up on the, you meet up with Verizon, she would know and we'd ought to be prepared. That was the reason I asked.
I think with the LIT and then with the CIP, we can change those we can change the CIP every year, so that's something that we're gonna look into and utilize those funds.
Okay?
Pretty much.
Yeah. By the way, I'll go back, as far as, old business, new business combination. I went to, an outing for Dave Abbott, one of our state senators, or state representatives. And I have invited him to one of our initial meetings that we have at the beginning of 2026. To understand what their impressions of all these changes are and what his thoughts are with regards to these changes. Does anybody have a problem with having him come to one of our meetings? Would they prefer not to have him come and explain it? I had the opportunity, so I took it. To talk.
I would say February on any of those.
Okay.
January will be busy with year end.
So if everybody's okay with that, I will go ahead and invite him. We just discussed it, but I have not given him the phone.
And I mean, I feel like quarterly, we're okay to meet at this point in time. I guess that's up to you guys, your opinion on that.
Well, that's still part of the old business, I would guess, and Kenny, what are your thoughts, and Gary, your thoughts with regards to how often we should actually meet? Because we know in January, we're probably gonna meet twice.
We got some
If
different
we can.
nights right now, schedule.
January
Or,
6th,
excuse me, January.
January 5th?
January 6th.
6th, yeah. Okay,
And, you know, I was trying to push forward and have everything ready for that meeting since it's not like the first or the second. So it's possible that we can maybe not have to do two, but we'll see how that goes.
yeah,
But
if we
we
don't,
will-
that's great.
We definitely need the January 6th. Because it's always the first Tuesday after the first Monday. So that would be after the first Monday is the 5th.
What all do you have to prepare to make sure we only have one?
All of year end time. So Randy and I will be working on that.
And
I just don't want to rush through that. We want to make sure that there isn't anything we overlooked and we're able to get it to them in a timely manner. Now, we can do it this quick, but that doesn't mean that they can put it in the newspaper that quick. Yeah, so we may do it and then it's going to be a while before they.
is there anything that we as board members can do to help? All right. Any other old business? Okay, in closing, it looks like we've put on the agenda already for our first meeting of 2026
Oh, that would help, yeah.
at 5 p.m.
How does five PM work with everybody? The reason they have to come in and, you know, be here around live. And I was just trying to keep them from having to go home, come back. They're usually here between 4:30 and 5, so I thought if we could make our meetings at 5, they felt like that would work out for them.
I
as well.
know our past schedule of 6:30 was because I was informing every day.
Right.
Or travel. Now that I'm not, I liked the idea of 5 o'clock. It was just out there, it took too long.
Right.
I was driving, just to let you know before we adjourn the meeting, because I don't like being late either, you know that. I was driving a vehicle, and Chris was with me, and I wanted her to drive that vehicle and see what her thoughts were. And so we stopped on 33 and 13 area, and to change seats. We got back into the vehicle and she couldn't get it into how to park in here. And we're going, what in the world's going on here? So it took 15 minutes for them to get to us, to bring the key to the vehicle. They handed me the wrong fob.
Oh, no,
So, or I would have been on top, perfect.
no problem.
So, yes, I like the 5 o'clock. Gary, what are your comments?
All right, so, no,
Is it?
Yeah.
Because of dinner or?
well, we're getting there.
Yeah.
You're working funerals or something like that, it's like, I was so late tonight. I can make it.
Kenny?
Yeah, this time of year, it works.
In the summer, at harvest time is,
Yeah, that might be a little problem.
do we need to adopt this time frame or take it by meeting?
I would say we
Yeah.
can take it by meeting.
Yes.
All right, so it's something we can discuss at each time. All right? Knowing that I don't see any other business and no one has opted to bring anything up, I'd like to have a motion to adjourn at 5:31. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion, go ahead, Ken, I'll second. All right, make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
Okay, let the record show Kenny made the motion. Gary did the second, and the meeting is now adjourned.
Get it off. Did, you guys didn't sign this? Yeah.